What is corrective exercise? I'm doing another video in this series today. My name is Kelly Williams. I'm a corrective exercise specialist. It's talking about what corrective exercise is. Because whenever I make posts on this app, a lot of people are like, I don't even know who you are and what you do. I've never even heard of it. Well, first of all, because whenever I make posts on this app, a lot of people are like, I don't even know who you are and what you do. I've never even heard of it. Well, first of all, I did not make the title up. I did not even create the field. The field has been around, the research has been around at least since the 80s. The fact that we don't talk about it enough is a problem, but hey, I'm working on that right now on this live. So yesterday I was talking about where people fall into that fitness gap, right? So we were talking about, yesterday I did it, surgery, between physical therapy and general fitness. And I was talking from this way down. I want to reverse that conversation because I think talking about it with the reverse order makes more sense for people. So let me know what you think. Okay, so if we have a continuum of being able to move and feeling active and healthy and those types of things, and down here is surgery, being able to move and feeling active and healthy and those types of things, and down here is surgery, and then above that is physical therapy, and then up here is healthy, normal fitness. Corrective exercise lives in this gap where things don't feel great for people, their joints and their muscles, but they're not able to function in absolute healthy, normal fitness, but they don't really qualify for space here, which is where I say corrective exercise fills that gap. So if you've had surgery, and you come out of surgery, great, it was success, into physical therapy, great, rehab it. Now, once you're done with physical therapy, you're kind of pushed and kicked into this gap. And that has nothing to do with how good or bad physical therapy is, that's just how the system works. So you get released from physical therapy into this gap, and up here is back to being healthy and normal fitness. And that's an uphill climb for people. A lot of people feel like they're like, okay, I think that I'm being discharged back to healthy, normal fitness, but usually they're not. And that has nothing to do with how bad or good PT was. PTs are doing their job just fine. It's this gap here where we're just not back to fitness, general fitness yet. So it's an uphill climb that some people just never make. And so they kind of hang out in this space for a long time where things don't feel good. Or maybe they slowly tick back down to needing PT again, and then they're released, and then they come back down to needing PT, or even worse, which I hate to say or see, is they end up needing surgery again for something, a gap. And really what we're looking at is why your joints and muscles don't feel good. We're not going to rehab any injury. That is for physical therapy, that is for medical intervention. But you can still have muscles and joints that don't feel good, and that's not a medical thing. And that's because joints that don't feel good, and that's not a medical thing. And that's because potentially what's going on is your muscles and joints just aren't being stabilized well. They don't have enough healthy circulation. And what I see the most is they just don't have enough healthy movement and use of the muscles themselves. And that can be because of our sedentary background. That can be because of our repetitive stress activities that we do, depending on what it is that you do in your life. And that's why getting assessed is always important, to know why your joints and muscles aren't feeling good. But nonetheless, what we're looking for is how well your joint stabilizes. Your muscles should be stabilizing a joint, and your muscles should be moving that joint. The same muscles don't usually do the same thing. So if I'm going to lift my arm up, I have muscles that stabilize my humeral head, my collarbone, all that stuff, and I have muscles that move it. And they should be working together. And when we don't have them working together, one's a little weaker, one's a little tighter, and this being our stabilization muscles and our moving muscles, when they're not working well together is where we typically feel that joint and muscle discomfort. And so corrective exercise looks at correcting what's happening with this muscle imbalance so the joint is more stable, so it moves better, and you feel better when you're moving. Because if you don't have one or the other, stability or muscles that are healthy enough to move, then moving joints just isn't going to feel good. So another chapter on what corrective exercise is. I'm gonna keep doing these. You guys had some good questions yesterday about well, what about the psoas and what about this? I will get to those specific things in my next one, but I just wanted to take some time to do my live today. I'll see you in the next one.